Welcome. Welcome to the online e-support program organized by the Gokhale Education Society, a comprehensive online teaching program for students of class 12th. Here, expert teachers of the Gokhale Education Society have taken fantastic efforts in building confidence among the students of class 12th. In this session, we would be having a short discussion on the topic from the prose section titled On Saying Please by famous writer A.G. Gardiner. I, Mr. Praveen Mule, from the BYK College of Commerce, Department of English, Nasik, have made an attempt to present the overview, the gist, the ideology, or the purpose behind the topic. Before we actually start with the core topic, we need to discuss on some very important concepts based on human virtues and human values, which are the foundations of this topic. So let's start with some human values. As far as human beings are concerned, we often expect a particular value from each person, maybe love or respect or affection, compassion. But there are so many other values which we consider that human beings should possess them, should have them, and use them accordingly. So, human being is said to be a social animal, a particular personality who needs to behave in an acceptable manner so that it predicts that he or she possesses that particular value and has learned social behavior. We also have some human virtues. There are n number of virtues that human beings need to possess. These are inbuilt and most of them can be learned by either learning or just imitating others. For example, honesty, responsibility, justice, discipline, generosity, forgiveness, patience, wisdom, sincerity, courage, determination. And there are n number of virtues that human beings should possess so as to contribute themselves to the society in a well-mannered way. So behavior is always accountable so as to estimate or evaluate a person's behavior in society. So we accept only good people in society. Bad people are always criticized. So this particular essay has the title On Saying Please. So here we also have so many benefits of saying please. Let us start from the right side. Let us go clockwise. Let me start with on saying please. This particular word, it is not only just a word, it goes beyond polite and humble. It is also a very important way to thank people. Just a word can make wonders. This word is a blessing to communicate more than what we expect. It is said that no other word could settle a misunderstanding. One word to transfer command into request. It is a word which is very simple and is a straightforward word. It is also said that this word alone can calm tempers, can build bridges towards reconciliation. It is the most humble way of instructing. It is from a tense dictatorship to a pleasant heavenly environment. So things can change very easily, as fast as they can. It is a fantastic way to get things done as we please. If you want other people to behave as you please, this word can help you directly. It is also said that this word or this concept is a recognition to a person's worth as a fellow human being. So it will help you to recognize a person's worth as a fellow human being if a particular person uses this word please. So values in a person can easily be notified, virtues can be notified when the person uses the word please by being more humble towards others. Now about the author, about the writer. The essay writer here is Alfred George Gardiner. We have his date of birth and his death date. He was born at Chelmsford in Essex. Literary career as a journalist, editor of Daily News London. His writing is very elegant, graceful and humorous style of writing. His recognized works are The Pillars of Society, Pebbles on the Shore, Many Furrows and Leaves in the Wind. So these three are very, very famous and recognized works of A.G. Gardiner. About the title, On Saying Please, again, there are many ways to put this title in different ways. Let's have a small brief idea about the background of this essay. On Saying Please actually is a essay that talks about socially important issues that we come across in life. The essay shows how polite words and phrases like please and thank you can change the course of our day. Such words help us in making our passage through life smooth, makes our life smooth. Again, when we talk about manners, so we can differentiate them into ways. Bad manners, actually both good manners and bad manners, they make a very beautiful combination of a personality, but not recognized in that way. So good manners are a great value in human life. Bad manners are not a legal crime. Legally, they are not considered as crime. But everybody dislikes a man with bad manners. So he's often hated and disliked. Small courtesies win a lot of friends. And we see that bad manners also create a chain reaction. Words like please and thank you help us in making our passage through life very smooth. The law does not permit us to hit back if we are the victims of the bad manners. If we are threatened with physical violence, the law permits us to some liberty of action, and therefore this bad manners, they create a chain reaction. Then social practice demands politeness from us. A good mannered person will find that his work becomes easy. Also, a person will find that his work becomes easier by the ready cooperation that he gets from others. And therefore, bad manners are always contagious to make human beings rude and ill-tempered. The author points out that bad manners are antisocial. Though bad manners are not considered criminal in the eyes of the law, the society looks upon down upon the rude people. According to Gardiner, good manners and bad manners are really contagious. If bad manners of one good person influence others and make them rude and ill-tempered, good manners of one person also affect others and make them be polite and kind in turn. And in this way, we have such a very important background of this essay by which we can understand the essay, which falls into two parts. Let's see the first part. Before that, there are four basics by which the essay can be understood in a more proper way. Let us understand these four basics. First is on saying please, the title or the essay. It is based on the value of good manners. It is based on the importance of courtesy and politeness. It speaks about polite speech and manner that sweeten the atmosphere around you. And last but not the least, it discourtesy and in manners spoil or pollute it. So these are the four basics, and then we start with the first part of the essay, where there is an incident. The incident of a liftman. There is a liftman in the story in the city office, one of the offices in the city, who threw a passenger out of his lift because he didn't use the word please. Very simple reason. He just said top and not top please. The liftman was undoubtedly in the wrong, and he was fined for the offense. Discourtesy is not a legal offense, and it does not excuse assault and battery, that is, allow you to attack anyone. No legal system could attempt to legislate against bad manners, and therefore, legally it is not a punishable offense. Anyone may be as uncivil or he may please, and the law will protect him against violent retaliation. The law does not compel anyone to say please. So there is no such law that you must say please. There is no such law. Here, A.G. Gardiner says, we infect the world with our ill humors. Bad manners probably do more to poison the stream of the general life than all the crimes in the calendar. In this way. Let's talk about courtesy. Talking about courtesy, the words like please and thank you make us courteous, by which we keep the machine of life oiled and running sweetly. If you command for anything, you will get the service in resentment. But if you ask nicely, that is courteously, you will definitely get the service with willingness and with a good feeling. Here, Gardiner also talks about a bus conductor in the later part who behaves in a very courteous and in a very good manner, which is good etiquettes, showing very social towards other people. And in the third way, we have to also look at the impoliteness that often hurts. Impoliteness is what is perceived as rude or bad manner, and hence is subjective. Hence, punishment is not possible. At the most, we may brand the impolite person ill-mannered. But in the case of physical brutality, the law gives us the right to self-defense. The truth also remains that quite often impoliteness is more hurtful than physical abuse. What is worse is the cyclical effect. The cyclical effect is more worse. The one who is at the receiving end of rudeness from his superiors take it out of his subordinates, and he cannot retaliate against his supervisors. That is why we should know the importance and value of social practices that promote civility. In order to conclude, Gardiner says that we must get the civilities if we want to make life kindly and tolerable for each other. The polite man also may lose the material advantage, but he always has a spiritual victory. In the second part of the essay, we have a conductor. Gardiner offers here the example of a good-natured conductor to show how such people can bring positivity. The writer points out that the example of a genial conductor is not chosen under the assumption that conductors are by and large ill-tempered. Gardiner makes it clear that if here and there we have rude conductors, it is the outcome of their demanding job. However, The friendly conductor made the author feel pleasantly surprised by buying a ticket for the author because he had forgotten his purse at home. Though the author later found a shilling in his pocket to pay the conductor. But this cheerful behavior of the conductor left him with a pleasant feeling throughout the day, maybe throughout for many days. On the other occasion, it was the conductor who had trodden on the toe of the author. But he was so genuine in his apology that the author forgave him easily. It also became the habit of the author to notice the well-mannered conductor who took on different roles in helping the passengers. How did he help the passengers? For many passengers, he was like a son to the old, father to the children, friend to the young, and assistant to the handicapped. The author is especially impressed by the fact that the conductor would get out of the bus, ask the driver to wait for him so as to take the blind across the road or round the corner. Gardiner adds that just as good weather uplifts our spirit, good-natured people too bring about positivity. Their charm cannot be resisted by even unfriendly people. Gardiner concludes the essay by observing that rudeness seems to be the aftermath of war. He earnestly appeals to his readers to bring back civility to social behavior. Thus, we see that this essay clearly shows the distinction between what is punishable by law and what is desirable, though not punishable by law. While the law is very definite about how individuals should act, and it does not have much to say about the issues of courtesy and kindness or politeness to others. The law speaks to individuals who have wronged, whose rights have been taken away by the hands of another. Yet it cannot legislate manners or civility in acting towards one another. The reality is that while it is not the perfect state, the state of law is reasonable one because it does not enter the realm of emotions. If the law gave it in to the level of emotional subjectivity, then individuals would be carrying out acts of violence each time someone demonstrated, if someone demonstrated a rudeness to them. So let's see the summary. In short, Gardiner has added all this in his essay, starting from the left, that good-natured people bring about positivity. This is a fact. Just as good nature uplifts our spirit, in the same way, their charm cannot be resisted by unfriendly people. Civility to be brought back to social behavior. This is the need of today. Civility is to be brought in order to improvise the social behavior of people. This essay also shows the distinction between what is punishable by law and what is desirable, though not punishable by law. Yes, this is very, very true that we should get civilities if we want to make life friendly and tolerable. Civilians, civility, and civic has certainly to do something with people who need to behave properly in the society. A polite man may lose the material advantage, but always has a spiritual victory. This is very, very true. So therefore, this is all about the two parts of the essay on saying please. One, the lift man who throws the man out, and the second, the conductor. Both behaviors are different, and what we actually need to learn is all this. So this slide is most important on the part of the essay that you will read. You need to read it fully and also complete the activities and assignments along with the quiz given. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.